Right, so the pond has basically been winterized. There was a lot of excess weed called Largaricyphum major, curly pondweed. If the pond was to ice over, this plant would carry on producing carbon dioxide, and if the ice was to stay for several days, then there is a risk that an accumulation of carbon dioxide would build up, and this of course would be bad news for the fish and also other organisms in the pond, but particularly the fish. So I've reduced the amount of curly pondweed. There's an Orontium aquaticum in there. All of the leaves have been cut off. The iris, it's a yellow flag iris, the client put that in. Really, that should only be used in larger ponds, but that didn't have a basket. It was just floating around. I couldn't find a basket, so I've repotted it. The filter, I gave that a full service. I lubed all the rubbers. Now I changed the ultraviolet light, but I'm keeping it switched off. You'll notice there's a switch box there, a grey switch box. So I've explained to the client, just keep it switched off until end of March, beginning of April next year, then switch it on. But the filters had a really good service. The foams have been cleaned and water taken from the pond. It's clear that the client has actually been maintaining it quite well, which is good. I've lost about 10 or 15% of the volume of the pond, so I'm topping it up with tap water. I think people over worry about chlorine in tap water. From my experience, if you're doing a small partial water change, you really don't need to worry about chlorine. Chloramine, however, is another matter, but we'll talk about that in another video another time. I've put a net over the pond for two reasons. There's some shrubs beside the pond which, as you can see, are losing their leaves, and those leaves are falling directly into the pond. We don't want that. So I've covered the pond in netting. And also what you tend to find, now the lilies have lost their leaves, the pond is quite naked and herons have a field day. So it's there for two reasons: to collect the leaves. You can see there's a couple of leaves already that have fallen. Stop the leaves falling into the pond, where they'd sink to the bottom, they'd start to decompose, and that would just cause problems, excess nutrients and so on over time. But also that netting is to protect the pond from Mr. Heron. Okay, thank you for watching. This is another Fish Life video. Please go to my Facebook page and like me there, and look forward to doing the next video. You can find my website www.fishlife.co.uk, or you can email me directly at bubble@fishlife.co.uk. That's bubble@fishlife.co.uk. Cheers for watching.